Welcome back to the channel. We are a single income couple living in the Cotswolds, just trying to navigate life on a budget. So today for my dinner I am making gammon steak, pineapple, and I'm going to roast some potatoes and carrots. So I've got them in cold water. I've cut up some carrots and some potatoes. I've got carrots left from last weekend, so I'm just trying to use them up as creatively as I can. So I'm just going to bob a bit of salt in there and let that boil for about 10 minutes, and then we'll pop those in the oven. So I'm doing this in the AGA60 today. Could have done it in the air fryer, but I thought no, I'll do the roast potatoes in the AGA60 and can see how I do those, how I do them. Not saying this is the right way, this is just the way I do it. So be back with you shortly when they've had about 10 minutes to boil. Okay, so the potatoes and the carrots have had about 10 minutes in boiling water. I've got a little tiny bit of fat on my baking tray, on my baking glide here. I'm just going to add the carrots and the potatoes and just give them a jiggle about. Then I'm going to pop them in the AGA60 in the roasting oven on the second set of runners. I don't know if that's right, but that's how I do it. I'm going to give this 15 minutes and then I'm going to come back and have a look at it. Okay, these have had about 15 minutes on the second set of runners in the AGA60. So I'm just going to give them a wee turn over. You use a minimal amount of fat when you do roast potatoes in the AGA, so it is a slightly healthy way of cooking. So that's carrots and potatoes cooking away nicely. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a gammon steak to this tin. So these gammon steaks came from Costco and this has been frozen. So took it out to defrost. I'm just going to bob that on beside the potatoes and the carrots. Pop it back into the AGA60 and give it another 15 minutes and then come and have a look. Okay, so this has had another 15 minutes. The gammon steaks had 15 minutes. I'm just going to give that a turn over. Turn over the potatoes and the carrots again. And back in the oven for another 10-15 minutes. I'll maybe check it after 10 and see how we're doing. And that's on the second set of runners in the roasting oven. So yeah, nice bit of dinner for Mrs. P today. And there we go. Gammon steak, roast potatoes, roast carrots for Mrs. P's dinner. About, what did that take? About an hour from start to finish. So easy in the AGA60 because there's no watching it. So I'll get this plated up and I'll come back and show you the finished article. So there we go, one of my favourites. Gammon steak and pineapple with roast potatoes, roast carrots and a few peas. It's one of my favourite dinners and that's what I'm having for dinner this evening. What do you think? Doesn't take too long in the AGA60. You don't have to watch it and it's all done on one cooking sheet. Lovely. Thanks very much for watching today and let's see what we make tomorrow.